password is defined as a string of characters that allows access to a computer, interface, or system. You might recall using passwords to log into your social media accounts, your bank account, and other various websites. But how secure are these passwords? If you were to characterize a password as a secret word or phrase that must be used to gain access to something, then passwords have been around for ages. For example, they were used in the 1920s for speakeasies to secretly sell alcoholic beverages. However, the first use of a password was said to be in 413 BC, when the Syracusans invaded Sicily. You might consider your passwords to be secure, but in reality they could be easily hacked into if you don't take certain precautions. According to Matt Honan, the amount of data breaches in America increased by 67% in the year 2011. Passwords are meant to authenticate or verify that the user is who they say they are. There are a few ways that you can verify: direct authentication, challenge response passwords, and conversion. Direct authentication is used when you send your password directly to a server in plain text. The receiving server then has to authenticate against the database. Next, challenge response passwords are commonly seen on most websites. The server sends a challenge to the user in which they are expected to complete. The last form of authentication converts the password into a random-looking sequence. This sentence then has to be converted by the receiving server. You can create a safe password by following these tips. Consider a longer password, usually more than 12 characters. Use numbers and symbols. Refrain from using obvious or weak passwords. Don't use passwords that relate to you. Change your password regularly. And consider a password generator, which can create a safe password for you. You might be thinking, if I follow these tips, what do I have to worry about? Although you might take these precautions, you aren't entirely safe from getting hacked into. There are a few ways that this can happen: password dumps, phishing, keyloggers, and malware. First, password dump is a place where hackers can compile a list of many passwords that have been stolen. These passwords are available to anyone that finds these password dumps. Second, phishing can occur when someone pretends to be trustworthy and trick you into giving you their information. For example, some hackers pretend to be employees at your local ISP or internet service provider and can use the information you provide to hack into your internet. If this doesn't work, Matt Honan states that someone can easily go to a website and provide the victim's name and the city they were born in, allowing them to do a password reset. Next, keyloggers are widely used by hackers. This program records every keystroke made by the computer user. With this information, it can guess what passwords you are using. Finally, malware can also steal passwords by sending data automatically to people. However, malware usually targets large organizations. How can you prevent this from happening? Most sites offer two-factor authentication, so take that option when possible. Another way is using answers to security questions that don't apply to you. If they ask you, "Who is your childhood best friend?" use something like "Pink Pretty Puppies." Today, biometrics are widely used to protect personal information. Examples of biometrics includes voice print, fingerprint, iris scanner, and more. You find most of these options on smartphones. Biometrics is one of the most valuable ways to protect information because it's unavailable to the public. It bases it off of your physical attributes. To conclude, passwords are thought to be safe, but many don't know how easily they can be stolen or hacked into. There are countless of ways that someone can hack into an account, such as malware or phishing. You might take the precautions, but that doesn't protect you from the effects of the password being stolen. As a result, many people turn to biometrics to protect their personal information. But how long will that method be safe until someone finds a way to hack into that?